Hey, good morning. I want to talk about, it's a topic that is obviously becoming more right in our faces because of computer technology, because we all have a video. We all have video technology on our phones, and it's only increasing in the quality and pixels and, you know, and ease, how easy you can and quickly you can videotape something. So I'm going to talk about the topic of UFOs. Now we're going to step out of believing anything, right? You go back, I don't know, 16 years, probably less than that, to the point when there wasn't video technology on a cell phone. You had to actually have, you may have had a camera, just a small camera in your pocket that could have video possibilities. Well, this is kind of a long conversation here because I have to be very clear. Because this gets very heavy. Part is the conditioning of humanity. Now, as time has gone on, ever since I was pretty young, I always had a feeling that what I was being told regarding things like the paranormal or, UFOs, what I was being told as it's not real, what's real is your political leaders, and that you listen to the, the authorities, and you go to work and be a dishwasher, and playing music is a hobby and it's nonsense, and you have to take life seriously. That's how I grew up, because you're going to have security when you're older, so you're not homeless. That's basically, so all of that is a lie. And basically what's happened, which is really interesting, is that technology, as it's progressed, has opened up humanity in so many different ways. It's revealed the ugliness. It's revealed the truth in so many ways. It's revealed things that from before the time that everybody had a phone, a video camera in their pocket, basically, on the phone, does everything. It was only word of mouth. So you don't have to go back very far, where, say, if somebody saw something very strange and tried to explain it, it would be just word of mouth. So if I was to try to, tell, perfect example, maybe something's happened to you and you've tried to explain it to somebody. Things have happened to me and I've tried to explain it to people. I have no way to. I have nothing. I have no pictures. I have, you know what I mean? So you can listen to me and base a accurate assumption. I don't know, however you do it. I don't know about calling a belief. A belief is okay, form a belief, right? there's probably another word for it, because to me a belief holds like this faith that it's true, and it just gets in a very dangerous cult like, you know. So if you're holding a belief and faith in a belief, you become reactionary based on that. So your assumptions and conclusions, you'll react on that. And if it's has any falseness to it, then you're doing yourself and others harm. Rewind that and listen again. So that's why the word belief it's a personal thing. That's why yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, when I was talking about belief being a personal thing. So something happens, but now there are so many. So you have millions of video cameras in pockets, basically, on phones. If something strange happens, it can be taped. And now there's so much we can't even experience it all because there's so much. But this is a difference between, say, if you grew up in the last 20 years, this is normal for you. If you grew up in the last 50 years, it's not. This is like new, right? It's changing everything. Video technology in your phone is changing everything. So, we're going to get back to UFOs. This is why this is important. What if, you can sit and watch strange videos that people have recorded of who knows what it is. It looks strange. It can be like, they look like cigars, There's the triangle ships. There's weird light ships. There's all kinds of stuff out there. All kinds. I mean, you couldn't even watch them all. That's how many clips there are. People have just randomly recorded, and you can hear their response. So that's the power, is that, oh yeah, it could be CGI. Well, you know what? We know that's not true. If that's how you look at life, then it's time to really check yourself, or you're gonna wreck yourself, because that is a fact. There's too much. Okay, now we're gonna call it the unknown. We're gonna call it unidentified flying objects in the sky, whatever you want to call it. Before there was a way to document it, see, there's always been just as many sightings. There's always been. Though they got reported to the police, they got reported to the military, told to friends. So you have to remember, so if there's always been thousands upon thousands, this is a very good possibility. Or there's always been since, say, maybe it's only been since the 40s or 50s, since nuclear, see, that's a possibility, that it did step up after humanity set off nuclear weapons, created the nuclear weapons. There's a really good possibility of that. One of the first known sightings was, within, I can walk outside and look and see where it was. It was right by Mount Rainier. One of the, see, that's the conditioning there, right there. Because what I hear to be truth to be told as truth, as being the first, was maybe reported. It was reported by somebody who was in a aircraft, and it was a big enough event. See, so I think people could see stuff all the time, right? And there could be a lot of things surrounding why somebody could be schizophrenic. Somebody could be There could be a lot of things, right? You could have eye problems. You could all kinds of things. Reflections from the sun. There's all kinds of things. Mistakes that you're seeing, lights from aircraft. So basically, there is something strange happening now. Is that the availability of instant photography video is able to be analyzed. And a perfect example is like what the government, the Pentagon, just had to reveal the truth, as they have a limited amount of time, and they've revealed already that UFOs are real. There's something called the Black Vault, right? That's supposed to have like thousands of documents of UFO cases, right? So basically now we have the government is even saying, well, now there's so much video evidence, there's so much, so humanity is really getting pissed off because we're not coming clean, so they have to come clean. It doesn't mean they know what it is. There could have been events, there could have been really big events that we're not being told about, but something's been going on for a long, long time. And it even, to my feeling, is it even affects, the religions of the world, going back hundreds of years. Very possibly and then again, you have like the documenting, you go back hundreds of years, and how did you document? How did you document something? You had to write it, and even at one point, you didn't even have a way to really write it. So if you experience something strange, and you write it, say it's in another language, even, right? Throughout time, it can be changed. So the whole idea of angels could actually be extraterrestrials very easily. It's just over time, the manipulation of turning into something for your own benefit. So a religious leader could easily want to gain adoration of millions, or, well, I guess back then it would have been hundreds. But still, that's how it works. It slowly progresses. You have the adoration of 100 for a few years can turn into, who knows. So the whole the idea that something like a avatar an avatar could easily be an extraterrestrial, and it's like, if any of you giggle or laugh or anything like that throughout this, remember that's part of your conditioning, very much so, because the image of an extraterrestrial or a UFO, you see little green men, or you see a saucer, or a, whatever, right? It doesn't encapsulate. That's where the word is not the thing. There you go. Very, very easy. All you have to do is look at home video of you have to see that there's so much video out there. I mean, there's lots of fake stuff. I'm not going to deny that, man. There's so much, like, which is art. It's art, you know. It's somebody that, I mean, it's all the way to Hollywood, right? You have everything from in incredible movies that document UFOs, like whatever, you know what I'm getting at. But the fact is, that there's so many video cameras available now, and good quality video, really, that it can be documented. And now, because of that, there's video that's real of unidentified things. Now, unidentified flying things, or even walking things, or even anything like that. So it's so important for everybody to consider, step out of belief and step into being, discovering the unknown. Because in the unknown, there's truth. And what I'm talking about is exactly that. You don't have to be able to explain it. You don't have to be. You don't have to. I think there's something that's been going on in the world, on Earth, for a very, very long time. That's very obviously, we may never get an answer. See, that's the thing, is like, people still think, oh, the government's going to come clean and, tell us everything, what they are. I don't know. I mean, I kind of doubt that, I don't think they even know. I think that but there has been crashes, and there's been very well documented crashes. Have we ever gotten any video of crashes? Oh, see, that's the thing. It's like, I think there's some legitimate stories that seem to fall into, how you might say, a very strong personal account, right? Which could fall into, when you listen to somebody, when you listen to me, you could go like, oh, John Perky has a strong personal account that he's sharing. There you go. If there is something, right? And I have. I mean, I've shared a bunch of things, and you have too. I think that humanity, stick with me on this, that's the direction that humanity is going, is that it's going to slowly open up more and more, because everybody needs to be listened to and treated with the utmost compassion and respect, and to be believed. If, see, you can read somebody, there's a point when you can tell if somebody's speaking from like a confused, arrogant spot, or like, well, I know that. You know, you're like, oh boy. You know, that's like watching the news. Um, you don't have to put fake words on it like fake news or blah blah blah. Whatever, man. Erase that shit. You just listen to somebody. If they show you the video, or if it comes across and you can tell like there's some reality. If it's something that is a manipulated story, you can tell. You know. And I want to make it very clear regarding um, COVID-19 or whatever. I think it's real. Absolutely. You know, it's affected my family with death, um, immediate. So, and I'm sure many of you have too. So it's important to understand just because you haven't maybe been affected by it or anybody around you, it doesn't mean that it's not real. I think it is real, and that's a whole lots of videos regarding, that's an intense topic, which I think that we think about 24/7. Um, so, and that can fall into, um, I mean, it's semi unidentified in its own. Um, a coronavirus is a cold, right? I mean, the coronavirus could be like a cold or something, right? This is completely different, but they call it a coronavirus. So anyway, and we're not going to go there. It doesn't matter if you think it's. I am going to go here for a second. First of all, I would say don't fall into a belief of what you think it is. Whether you think it's a government control conspiracy, if you think it's a biologically made virus out of China to control their public, and then it got loose, and then or you could say it fell in a meteor or asteroid and slowly ended up in an animal and ended up in humans, or you could say it passed from animal to animal and then became a virus like other viruses and came to us. See, you still have to say in the realm of the unknown, and the only thing that you know is there is truth based on how many casualties, how it affects the health. That's the truth. I mean, it's affecting the whole world. And again, are there nefarious things going on? Are world leaders using it to their advantage? Very possibly. That's absolutely. Could you say, I think stay out of the realm of like, it's a control mechanism to bring on a new world order. Da, 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 da. You know what? Well, guess what? We already live in the new world. So too late. The new world has been an experiment, and it's been written about, and we live here in the United States, and that is considered the new world, and it is an experiment, and it's a failed experiment in many ways. In many ways, it has obviously quite a lot of things that have not failed. But again, we're going to get back to the video. Is this still recording? Good. Video is the video technology will lead more and more It's the great equalizer, too. And that's such a deep topic, but if you think about it, if it helps to reveal something that somebody tells you, you know, you're like, no, my dog can play piano. He does. He plays piano and sings. You know, my dog plays piano and sings. You know, if somebody tells you that, you're like, and, you know, say you live in another country and you can't see it, you know, and they have no way to videotape it, you go like, oh my God, that person, I don't believe it. Well, yeah, dogs play piano and they howl and sing, right? I mean, whatever. Elephants paint, you know. Um, can they be manipulated to do those? Yes. You know, that is also, but again, that falls into, you know, um, the truth can be revealed. It can. The truth can be revealed um, through through video than any technology. And hey, thanks for listening, and thanks for your responses and messages. I really wish we could all be in a big conversation together, and I could, you know, um, hear your voices, and I know I have quite a few friends that probably listen to my videos. Some people I don't even know that I listen to the videos, and um, anyway, I think this right here is powerful. You know, this video camera in our pockets are very, very powerful. Um, changes things forever. Will it become so powerful that it may be, in a sense, the authorities and the powers that be may want to control it? Yes. Is that happening on Earth right now? Yes. Will it last? No. That's just it. It's just a way to, you know, it's like breaking, breaking somebody's pencil, or like breaking the lead on the pencil. I'm like, you can't write anymore. Um, the person that was writing with the pencil will find another pencil. It's just gonna happen. So, anyway, hope you guys are all doing good. Thanks for listening. I know this is probably a long video, and there's so much more to talk about. I mean, regarding maybe I shouldn't stop. The whole topic of UFOs, I think, goes back a long time. It just wasn't a way to document it, and how it was documented in the past was very little, because there wasn't really a way. In the year 1000 AD, right? Why is that AD? Did something really happen maybe 2,000 years ago? Could it have been an extraterrestrial event more than, or I don't want to say more, but the religious events that happened could have been more tied around extraterrestrial events. But throughout time, the stories, whatever, they're just read a different way. But see, that's it. How many people was able to document, how many people documented what really happened. Now we have a way to really see it more vividly, and you can have 25 people tape something at the same time, can have 100 people. You know, you can compare things. So there's you can examine video. You can, I mean, there's so many ways to like to gain more of like, oh, that falls into, that's why science is important. You know, science does reveal a fraction of something, right? It'll never reveal the absolute truth. So anyway, all right, bye.